Hello, and thank you for joining us today. We are talking about Bible prophecy. We are looking at the writing on the wall. And the writing on the wall from Daniel 5. And this, the writing that was written, Mene, Tekel Upharsin, this, the interpretation of the thing. Mene, God hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances, and art found wanting. We talked about how when you look at the Bible, the word in the Bible, the words of the Bible have actually been numbered. The Strong's Concordance, James Strong back in the 1890s finished his work to where he indexed every word, every root word in the Old Testament and New Testament and numbered it so that we could look it up. So when you say that God hath numbered thy kingdom, that is literal. The kingdom is numbered. His word is numbered. And the word numbered, 4483 from this verse, is numbered, has the same number, 4483, with the word spoken from the New Testament. We talked about how God is speaking. The writing on the wall is his own word spoken through the prophets. It's numbered. God hath numbered this kingdom, and his word is a testimony of the writing on the wall. It says, thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting. We saw how wanting was actually numbered with the word flood, because that is what the writing on the wall is concerning. That is talking about the flood of the last days, the vine of the last days, their vine, of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. The vine of the last days has to do with the electromagnetic spectrum, the waves that have come off of all of our equipment. When you look at the word chashmal, it is amber in the Bible. It is actually the modern Hebrew word for electricity, and that word is also numbered, and it is numbered with the word Klydon, the Greek word Klydon, which occurs 2 times in the New Testament, raging wave. That is how it's translated. So the word that means electricity, the Hebrew word that means electricity, is numbered with the Greek word translated raging wave. And we know that is how electricity and the Wi-Fi signals and the radio waves are actually made. The radio waves, the microwaves, the EM waves are propagated through electricity. When the electricity flows through the wire, it creates a wave, and they make an antenna out of that and a receiver, and that is how we have our system. And so when we think of that, when we consider the fact that the waves, raging wave is connected to electricity, and we see that in the Bible. I mean, this kingdom is literally numbered, and the writing is on the wall as a testimony to that. So let's look at another application of that. Now, considering that the raging waves are Wi-Fi signals, are radio waves, are communications that we have made in these last days, let's look at Jude 1:13. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. That describes today and the people in this world exactly. They walk around with their devices, and they are raging waves. Now, the waves, the sea, that is the people. Here in Revelation 17:15, it's describing or explaining the whore, the mystery, the whore of Babylon that sits upon the waters. And he tells us what the waters are. It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So the waters are people, multitudes, nations, and tongues. And that is pretty consistent from the Old Testament and the New Testament in these visions that Daniel had. The waters were the people. The beast rises out of the people. And this applies to us as well. When you look at this verse again in Jude 1:13, raging waves of the sea, the people. It's the people of the last days that built this stuff. The people of the last days built the electrical system. The people of the last days built the devices to make the waves. And when you consider that, raging waves of the sea, the raging waves of the people, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. You can just imagine what is going on in today's world. Look at how this fits into the prophecy. Look at how this fits into the last days. This verse right here jumps out at you and comes alive, because the raging waves of the sea are the Wi-Fi, the radio, the microwaves, the communication of the people today. They foam out their own shame. They are wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. This is nothing to play around with. This is the word of God, and it is against these people. When we break down this verse using the writing on the wall, when we break it down in the coming videos, it is going to be amazing. It points right at the people. It points right at the stars. It points right at the devices. It points right at the waves. It tells us for sure what is going on. It points to the writing on the wall and shows us. It shows us once again that God has numbered this kingdom. God has numbered this kingdom and finished it. And that is the writing on the wall. And as we go through this, we will see that this day, the raging waves of the sea, the people of this day, they have raging waves, and they foam out their own shame. They are wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. This fulfills the word of God. This is the writing on the wall for this day. So when we see this, we will go through it slowly in the coming videos. So thank you for joining this video. Please like this, subscribe. You can see all my other videos at signoffire.com or yeshuaiscoming.com. Thank you very much. Until next time.